to the first step of choosing the right way to get your college degree. Again, we're going to try to get your college degree for under $12,000 and get it for you in a year. In theory, if you really apply these efficiently, you can get this done way faster and way cheaper. This is something that can be done very easily. So first step, the very first step is you need to choose your university. Now, something I do want to just address right out the gates, I think a lot of people in this country very much like to go to the same school that their parents did, or they might have a specific school in mind. Um, don't necessarily choose a school for that reason. I don't think that's the best approach for doing so. If you're so adamant on it, like this is my school, this is my family school, I have to go there, then look into their policies on CLEP and DSST and StraighterLine courses. Most schools accept them, but there are a large portion of universities that don't accept very many of them. What you're really ideally looking for is schools that accept anywhere from 90 credit hours all the way up to 120 credit hours worth of transfer credits. If they only accept like 12 to 15, you can get out of a semester, but you're still going to be paying way too much money. It's up to you though. Whatever school you want to choose is up to you. Here's what I would recommend if you don't have a school choice currently, and you want to just test out super efficiently. All of these schools are accredited universities. These are not dinky bulldunk things. These are real legit places that when you get a degree from them, you get a legitimate bachelor's degree or a legitimate associate's degree. So use them to your advantage. They're successful for a reason. So I actually didn't know about these first three until about halfway through my degree. These are known in the CLEP industry as the Big Three. Now, the Big Three, the reason why they're called the Big Three is because they're the only three schools to accept all 120 credits transferred in. So in theory, if you do this perfect, you can transfer every single credit into all three of these schools and just get your bachelor's without even attending a single class. In theory. Now, there are a couple courses at these schools that you kind of have to take through the school, but 2 courses through the school is way better than 3.5 years through the school. So those schools are Thomas Edison State University, or TESU. What Thomas Edison offers is they have 100 career-focused programs with degrees in healthcare, business, nursing, public service, cybersecurity, aviation. They have a bunch of different things, so definitely check into them. They accept CLEPs, DSST, other alternative credit methods, as well as StraighterLines. So you definitely want to look into them. Similar situation with Excelsior College, which is the second college on the list. They are a little more focused towards nursing, specifically with RNs and BSNs, as well as business. They also offer programs in liberal arts, technology, and education. So if you're looking history, English, all that stuff, that's a good place to look. Then the final one out of the Big Three is Charter Oak State College. Now, they offer online bachelor's programs, particularly business administration, healthcare and information systems, as well as general studies. They're specifically catered to adult learners as well as transfer students. So it's not really as much of like a collegey vibe. It's not 18 to 22-year-olds. The one caveat I want to say with all three of these universities, you can attend them in person. However, they are primarily online. So the majority of the student populace isn't going to college for the college experience. They're going to college to get their degree. So if that's something that you want to do, then go for it because you're going to save the most amount of money through these three schools. However, again, you're not going to have that full college experience that a lot of people are having. So I call these next ones the not as big 8. These all have in-person campuses as well as online campuses. I just want to say this very clearly. Online school is going to just be easier to make this happen. Not that you have to do it. You don't have to do online school. If you really want to have the college experience, even if it's for a year or a year and a half just to get drunk and party a little bit, do it. I recommend doing that, especially because that's our culture. Like, be involved in the community and learn in that way. But online school is just going to be a better avenue for that because you can go join a sports club, or you can join an art group or a theater group or anything. Like, there's so much activity going on all over the country. So just get yourself involved in the community. Also get yourself involved in these programs. So these 8 schools, they all accept up to 90 transfer credits. So 3 out of the 4 years of school. Um, you can test out of them beforehand and transfer them in, and then you just do 1 year of college, and then you're done. So a lot of people do that. What I did is with one of these, I did it simultaneously. So I was doing CLEPs as I was taking courses, and that's why I had finished in 1 year and 4 months. I could have done it in a year if I planned a little bit better beforehand, but I didn't really know what I was doing. So be cautious, be wary, build yourself a good plan so you're not wasting a lot of money, not wasting a lot of time, and go after it. So these schools that you want to look into, the first one is the University of Phoenix. They have a lot of degrees from business to health sciences, criminal justice, education, and IT. They also have very flexible policies with CLEPs, DSSTs, and StraighterLine credits. All this being said as well, you really want to be very focused on trying to find schools with the ACE recommended score. This is very big. When it comes to CLEP exams, they're scored on a scale of 20 to 80. 50 being passing. Again, this is not percentage. 50 is equivalent to a 70%. So in that 50, that is the ACE recommended score. The I forget what the acronym is, but it's the American Council of Education, I believe, something like that. But they recommend this score. There are colleges that'll say, actually, on the CLEP Intro to Psychology test, instead of the recommended 50 score, we're going to make them get a 60 in order to pass. So just make sure that when you check through these schools, you're doing the ACE recommended score. All of the ones I'm listing, they do the ACE recommended score. If you're looking at other universities, just try to find it. It'll just make your life way easier, because if you're trying to get a 60 on a CLEP exam, that means you need an 85% to pass. Whereas if you're trying to get a 50, you need a 70% to pass. It just requires less studying for the same amount of dollars, and it's worth more of your time in that way. The second school on this list is Southern New Hampshire University. This is where I actually attended. They have degrees in business, computer science, criminal justice, healthcare. They accept CLEP, DSST, and StraighterLines. I actually learned about StraighterLine through my counselor because I was doing so many CLEPs, and she was just really cool. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try StraighterLine too, because you're gonna save even more money." I personally didn't love StraighterLine. But that's because I don't like that style. I like test taking because I understand the strategy for it. StraighterLine might be better for you if you don't love test taking, because it's literally a course. You're reading a book, and as you read the book, you answer questions on that book, and then you get to the end and you have one final kind of test with the book at your side. So it's nice in that way, and it's cheaper than CLEP, which is kind of crazy. Southern New Hampshire University, I do recommend them. However, I do want to say that a lot of universities in general are very politically motivated. They are very much trying to push an agenda, and I'm not going to say what agenda or any of that. I just keep that in mind. Bite your tongue if you have disagreements, because they don't like being disagreed with. And you're really just there to get the piece of paper, man. That's really what it is. So go get the piece of paper, move on. The next one is the University of Maryland, same deal. Business, IT, Homeland Security, and Psychology are their main ones. They also have flexible transfer credits with CLEPs, DSSTs, and then you can get a significant amount of transfer credits in with them. Western Governors University is competency-based education, specifically more towards business, IT, and health. They accept everything, ACE recommended score. Arizona State University, same deal. Colorado State University's global campus, specifically CSU Global. Be very careful, because CSU Fort Collins only accepts 12 credit transfer hours, or at least they only did when I was looking. Make sure, because this information, it changes regularly. So I filmed this in November of 2024. So if it's a different time right now, just double check. When you look into these schools, be like, oh, hold on, let me just double check that, make sure Mason is telling the truth. And it's a quick look. Just pull it up, what their program evaluation is and their CLEP equivalencies. Capella University, CAPELLA. Again, business, healthcare, psychology. They accept CLEPs, DSSTs, and StraighterLines. And then finally, Liberty University. They're mostly known for degrees in education, business, and nursing. They allow flexible transfer credits, including CLEPs and DSSTs. What my recommendation is, again, guys, choose the school that's going to save you the most money, okay? Go have the college experience. Move to a college town. Go get drunk at the bars, okay? Do online school while you're doing that, and meet people at clubs, and go join clubs. And most colleges, you can literally go walk on and just join clubs. Like, there's so many people, they're not tracking everything all the time. Now there's some exceptions to that because you need IDs or whatever, but like go to the town, have the experience. You want to be in the community in that way, but you also don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. So save your money, keep it in your pocket, and what my recommendation is, pick one of the big three. If you don't want to do one of those three, pick one of the other eight. If you still don't want to do those, find a university. Just make sure that university accepts a lot of credits that are transferred, as many as possible. 90 is a good number. And yeah, that's kind of the goal. So best of luck, guys, and see you in the next video.